Ahoy there, and welcome. Don't fuck around with your hair. Ahoy there, and welcome to this week, where I will be going from Conwy to the Isle of Man. So I'm trying something different this week. Some people have said that videos are too long, and that's because I talk too much. So this video that you're going to see, I've cut right down, and it's still like half an hour or more. I'm sorry. So I'm going to put this one up on the Friday as normal, and then Saturday evening I'll release the full version, which is actually over an hour long, so you can choose which one to watch. There's a lot more in the other one. Obviously, I've basically been brutal on this video. So hopefully everything still makes sense, because I've cut like chunks and chunks out of loads of stuff that happened, but that's the only way to do it. If you want a shorter video, you've got to leave stuff on the editing floor. So this is making it longer because I'm waffling again. Let's go to it. Good morning, Conwy. Time to leave. Beautiful morning. Not much wind in here at the minute, but it's filling in from the northwestern a bit, which means I'm going sort of north-northeast to the Isle of Man, in theory. So that means I should actually be able to sail it all, hopefully. I've just done my engine checks, and I will show you my alternator belt is a bit loose, so I've got a little bit of time. I'm going to fix that now. Yeah. Et voila, un engine. Yeah, it's just a little bit loose. It's not drastic, so I'm just gonna undo the doobry dangery and shove it up, and away she goes. There's a little bit of dust on there, so you can tell it's been loose. That dust wasn't there three trips ago, so that's new. So I'll tighten that up and we'll get going. So all I've done is loosen this off ever so slightly and hit it, because what else am I going to do? And that's put a lot more tension on that belt. It should be fine. Just hit stuff, it works. I tighten that up now and we're good to go. Take a bit of rubbish up to the bin and then start faffing with lines. Close the wrong bloody side, dinner. I can't tell if something's gone wrong. This voltage of the engine running should be 14.4. Usually takes a little minute for it to kick in, but the engine's been going like 5-10 minutes. I've just put a load on it to see if that'll kick the alternator in, but I am getting nothing. Check I've not knocked a wire loose or something. Bolted it. I jiggled the key around, did it? Started working, so I need to look at that. My next port of call. I'm going to leave today, it'll be fine. Weird. Right, let's get the line sorted. Okay, so we're just coming up to a little bit of the thingy called the scabs. It looks like you can go straight on here, but you actually dogleg over there. On the chart, it says I can get over it with this side, but I ain't gonna risk it. Hello, guys. That, wherever it is the last marker of the Boyd Channel. There's the starboard hand one over there. The safe water, the fairway mark is over there. I'm not bothering going to that, it's pointless. So I'm starting heading north now, approximately north-northwest, to go to the Isle of Man, to Peel, or just outside Peel. I'm not going ashore. I'm on super money saving mode at the minute, so it's anchor only. Yeah, there's a bit of a confused rolly swell, but the tide's just on the turn, so he's teetering on the edge of enough wind, but probably not in this swell. But I'll get all these fenders away because they go in the locker that's underneath the autopilot, which is really frustrating. So winter project might be to switch the autopilot to the other side, the tiller pilot, along with many other winter projects. So yeah, I'll do that, do some stuff. You'll probably see me get some sails up shortly, and then we'll get cracking, see if we can't sail there. I'm trying, but I basically have no chance. I'm doing 2.8 knots, which will get me there at 9 AM in the morning. I want to be there 12 hours earlier than that. So I think it's, and there's too much swell. If you look, it's just knocking the wind out. So I think I'll furl in the headsail, harden up the main and motor for a little bit, see if the wind comes in. I can't just sit here bobbing around, unfortunately. So yeah, here we go. I can't remember if I filmed that a wind has happened, but a wind has happened. Obviously, massive island behind me there, so I was in the lee of that. As soon as I came round it, boom. don't know, 12 knots, something like that, which is enough to get her going without a shadow of a doubt. Doing anywhere between 5 and 6 knots, aiming for approximately 340. He says, as he's nowhere near 340. Yeah, we've got a bit of a cross tide, so we've actually got about 20 degrees of tide's pushing us a different way by 20 degrees. Yeah, about 20 degrees or so. So I'll keep 340 for the next hour. I may have to adjust that later on, but see, you're never going to keep it bang on. You're not an autopilot, so you know it doesn't really matter that much. It's a pretty big island. I'm sure I'll hit it at some point. Yeah, so settle in for the day. I might stick the autopilot on, Maddie on for a little bit, just to tidy up the cockpit and get everything straight. Yeah, and then get comfy. I've not actually had any breakfast. I need to have some breakfast as well. But it's all good. A little bit lumpy at times, but for the most part, it's all right. Hello. Gorgeous, isn't it? She doesn't even leave a wake. Look at how she cuts through the water. She's just a bloody gorgeous machine, she is, and I love her. I don't think I can sell her. I think she might be mine for the foreseeable. Once I sort that keel out. And the mast. I've got her pretty well balanced now. She's holding approximately 340 on her own. It drifts off a few degrees each way every now and again, but it sort of comes back. Yeah, so she's looking after herself. I may have a play with the sheet to tiller steering going upwind because I've only used it downwind so far, but for now I'm just going to chill out, tidy up the cockpit a little bit because it's a mess. I'm not a tidy person. Saying goodbye to beautiful Wales. So this is Snowdonia over here. I think Snowdon is that highest one over there. I can't remember. Anglesey over here. In the foreground, you probably won't be able to work it out, but there's one in the foreground there. That's Puffin Island or Puffin Rock. I love Wales. I've always loved Wales from when I used to be a kid. My great aunt Sandra had a caravan in Towin, so we used to go to Towin and Rill, as many people from the northwest did. She passed away unfortunately a few years ago. If ever there was a time I was going to get seasick, I think this might be it. I'm not, but God, this would be the one. It's so... The seas aren't big, there's practically nothing there, but it's so confused. I'm being tossed around in all 3 dimensions, and probably a couple of dimensions I didn't even know they were. So yeah, I'm all over the place. But I've put the tiller away. I don't need it. I'm just steering her with the main sheet every now and again as the wind changes and stuff like that. So yeah, it's nice having a bit of space in the cockpit. I can throw my Crocs up, move my legs around, stuff like that. So where we're heading, if you can't see it very well on here, I'll put it in afterwards, but there's a TSS coming around Holyhead and another one heading into Liverpool, and we're going between them, so naturally the ships will just follow straight from the exit of one into the entrance of another. There's no point in zigzagging, so we're going to be going through quite a congested area. In fact, I've got about 4 ships I can see at the minute. One of them's a very large oil tanker. I don't think you'll make it out on here, but it's friggin' massive! For me getting B-roll and stuff. I haven't tidied up the cockpit because I had some breakfast instead. But I shall do that soon. It's nice not doing anything really. Settle in. It's saying that we'll get there at 10 PM, but I expect that time to come down because we'll get some fair tide in a few hours. Not much, we're on neeps, but we've got cross tide at the minute. Yeah, I'd like to get there in daylight, but we'll see. We have dolphins somewhere. Hello guys! I'm not going up forward because it's a bit lumpy. Hey! Hello! They properly come up at the side and just look at you, it's amazing. been a few hours, or an hour or two. I'm just listening to an audio book. Everything's going well. A little bit lumpy but fine. The sheet to tiller steering's working. Still not cleaned the cockpit. I've been sat down. But more importantly, we have land ho just on the horizon. There's absolutely no chance you'll be able to see it, but I can, and that's all that matters. I'll get a picture of it when I can. I'm going to have to change the battery in this phone. I'm going to stick the solar panel out for a little bit, check the battery voltage. I'm not really using anything apart from the radio, but I want to charge some stuff, so yeah, that's the next job. It's a bit lumpy. Right. Anyway, see you in a bit. Be careful what you wish for. It's bloody windy now. I don't think I'm overpowered. I am just dodging pots now though. I seem to have ended up right in a string of them. I don't know if you can see it or not. Hopefully I'll get out of the string. I think this might be the last one I'll come across, but we'll see. I'm heeled over pretty much, so I'm going to try and get some footage over the side of the boat. That side I think it'll look alright, but we'll see. I need to get past these pots first. I don't want to leave the helm just in case. At least they're nice big visible ones. The wind's died down a bit now. As forecast, it basically drops to nothing overnight, and then this sort of 20 knot southerlies tomorrow, which is perfect for getting to Bangor. I moved this pulley from this side of me on this winch to that side of me. Now the reason I put it on this winch is if you look at the angle to that, as the way it works is when the wind comes out of the sail, the boom comes this way and allows this to be pulled by the elastic. So that's a good angle for it to pull on. This is not a good angle for it to pull on. So the movement in the boom is reduced by probably 50%. So it's a lot more finicky to get set up. So I don't think I'll do it again, but it was a good little experiment, and it does mean that I've got access into the boat, but it is what it is. I've bore away 15 degrees, something like that, to keep me clear of the Chicken Rock or whatever it is, and some tidal races there. Excuse me. And then I'm either going to go to Peel, or there is another anchorage before it. I can't remember the name of the bay. Peel, I can probably get a mooring buoy or anchor. The other place will be anchoring, but it's completely benign overnight, so that's fine. All I'm thinking is I've been going 8 hours now. I've got another 6 hours to get to Peel, so 14-hour day, and then it's a 6-hour day tomorrow. Does it make sense to knock an hour and a half or 2 hours off today's journey and get a nice kip tonight, instead of getting there at 10:30, 11 at night, and then add it on to tomorrow's journey, which is a downwind plod. I'm also, once I get past, let me get my little map out, shall I? That's upside down. Power button's on the top. Yeah, so once I get around this corner, I'm down here. I'm basically dead upwind, so I'll be on the engine to get to thingy. However, what I can do is just do this little section upwind and come into this anchorage here. If you didn't see any of that, I'll show you on the doodad in the Madinga. Yeah, so it might cut out a bit of motoring. Cut it from 3 hours down to 40 minutes an hour, which is a bonus. It saves some fuel. Yeah, so I'll see how I feel when I get there. It would have been nice to go to Peel, because I've got a dinghy now, an electric outboard that Thrustme sent me. So it would have been nice to sort of use it to go in there, but I might go ashore for this other place. Who knows? Do I look like a man with a plan? I'm wearing a stupid hat, I'm fat, I've took my Crocs off, and I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm on a bleeding sailboat. I'm making it up as I go along. Oh dear. I think I'm going stir crazy. I was talking to a bee earlier who was flying along next to me, and then he left me. Bob the bee. Yeah, I'm going crazy. Right, I'll see you in a bit. Yeah, it died off a bit earlier than expected. Basically dead in the water. Doing 2 knots, it's nowhere near enough to maintain steerage with the sheet to tiller. And I'm pointing in the wrong direction. So, alas, the iron wind must come to us all. Right, I'll get it fired up and get set up and charge some stuff. Oh yeah, I'll show you. Flat calm, no wind, floggy sails, which isn't good. I'll strip all this thing and get the engine going. The wind went, got the engine on, made some ground, 4 and a bit knots. Now the wind's come back naturally at exactly where I want to go. So I'm now doing 3 knots, and every bit of head sea just stops the boat completely. It's now going to take another 4 hours to get to the anchorage, and there is nothing I can do about it. I bore away and got the headsail up. I only got up to 4.8 knots, but I was going off in that direction, so my velocity made good was lower than just motoring into it. There's just nothing I can do, nowhere to go. I've just got to sit here. Oh dear, it's going to be a 16-hour day. Arriving in the pitch black, nothing I can do. Who would have a boat? It was really good before though. Earlier it was great. It's just this bit's crap. Yeah, well, I've had something to eat. I'm no longer hungry. I've had a cigarette. I'm getting cold. Sun's going down, it's beautiful. Et voila! The Isle of Man, or a very small part of it. It goes all the way over there. This is Chicken Rock that I'm going past here. I don't know if you can see those pots. I'm going through a laid string of them. I've been sort of skirting them. Now I'm cutting through them. Thought the engine went weird, but it was just my earphone. Yeah, so I'll cut across there once I'm into give myself some safe water. Around that corner and then the anchorage. Still says an hour and 43 minutes at 3.6 knots. That's where I'm going. But hey ho, I'd only be sat on the boat anyway. What difference does it make that it's moving? Apart from the fact that it's noisy. But I've got earphones in. So relax. This is what you came here to do, be on the boat. So be on the boat. I'd also like to get to bed, but ignore that bit. Right, I need to do a concentrating. Finally getting out of the shizzle. 4.6, 4.7 knots. Unfortunately I've had to come quite close in to get here, which is also a lee shore, but I have 30 metres of water and 80 metres of anchor and road. I reckon if the engine died, it's alright. I'd blow directly behind me, which is fine. I'm okay until I turn the corner, so I'll give it a bit of a wider berth, but yeah, I'd get the anchor down in time. That is an epic piece of coastline. There's a gap between there where you can actually sail through, but obviously it's very tidal and stuff, and I didn't want to mess around. I wasn't sure what time I was going to get here, what state of tide was, so I just went around the outside. Probably cost me 45 minutes or something, maybe even an hour, but it is where it is. I can see the anchorage now, you won't be able to. I can see the odd mast in there, so there are some boats in there. The sun's going down, you're not going to see anything, so I'll not bother filming me anchoring. Next time you'll see me, if everything goes alright, I will be down below with the light on, probably. As promised, I am inside with the light on. Yeah, pretty bog standard anchoring. I've put all the chain out, plus 10 metres of road, so that's 30 metres out in 5 metres of water. 6 to 1. I go off wind speed. 1 metre of chain, knot of wind speed plus a boat length, and there's no wind, barely, so you'll not see much. But this is Port Erin, also known as random lights in the dark to you guys. I can't be arsed cooking, I'm not even that hungry, so I'm just going to get straight in bed and knock something up for breakfast. Go on a little dinghy ride in the morning. Yeah, hasta mañana. Yeah, basically that was that. Did I stay another night in Peel? I don't remember what I did. I might have set off, I might not have done. But I'm not there anymore. This video was actually quite a while ago compared to where I am now, but shh, don't tell anyone. Yeah, that is it for this week. In the next video, I go from Peel to Bangor overnight. My last overnight passage, I managed to get some decent sleep and stuff. On this upcoming occasion, I did not. So, yeah, tune in next week for other bumbling rubbish or something.